All right, good morning, everybody. It's Yesy here with Lost Cuban. Today we're going to be making not your abuelas Arroz Con Pollo. We're going to start by throwing our seasoned chicken, salt, pepper, oregano into the oven. And then bell peppers, garlic, tomatoes and onions for a basada. Get these nice and charred off. That's gonna go in there for probably 30 minutes or so. 25-30 minutes. Next we're gonna make our base for our arroz con pollo. It's just gonna be white onions. They don't need to be thin diced or just nice little squares. Now the quintessential dish is probably Cuban, is going to be arroz con pollo. Everyone's going to have their own way of making it. This is my version. It's definitely not as runny as how my grandmother makes it. I like more of a dry, put together dish. Unlike the arroz con pollo a la chorreta, which is more of a typical Cuban take. And if you're gonna go over to any Cuban grandmother's house, it's probably gonna be the runny. We have our garlic chopped, or not chopped, but you know, nice and sliced. This is a great dish for parties. It looks pretty, it tastes great. It does take a little bit of time, but will be patience is always rewarded in the kitchen. We have our chicken stock with saffron blooming in it, and then our normal spice mixture: oregano, salt, black pepper. Even though, again, black pepper isn't normally a Cuban thing, but I always like how it tastes. All right. Okay. Break everything down and start mixing. This is over medium heat, in case you didn't catch that. We're going to start making our rice. You always want to wash your rice, make it nice. Agitate it a little bit. We're doing 2.5 cups today. It's enough for about 6 people. One mixed in with the all the rice and chicken, sauce, and beer. And this should be nice and good. Inside of our little rice maker, we have a little bit of butter at the bottom. Bring out more of a sweet taste. This is unsalted. Okay. Now we're not going to start because we're going to be using the fats from the chicken skin and then the juices from the what's it called? From the things from the passata, the bell peppers and all that. We are going to we're going to make it on a little bit on the drier side, so we're just going to be doing 2.5 cups of liquid to the 2.5 cups of. Got some nice little coloring, get some flavor out of here. I don't need you anymore. All right. Now it's a little bit of a waiting game. We can do about 20 more minutes on that. We want some of that fat to render out nicely. It's gonna really amp up the taste of the rice. As always, fat is flavor. And chicken fat is really good. All right. All right. Let's cut this last one up. And I'll just throw you in there. You're going to want some pretty substantial pieces of bell pepper so they don't get lost. When you're traditionally making this, you're starting off with the bell peppers and onions, but I like to have a little bit of bite to mine, and so I put my bell peppers in towards the end. All right, this is looking good. We're gonna add some. Well, today I don't have any white wine, so we're just using rice wine vinegar. It's gonna give it a little bit different taste, but it is what it is. You don't always have to have the right, or not the right ingredients, but the typical ingredients. You just use what you have at your house and make proper substitutions. So we'll use that and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Give it a little stringent taste. And now that we've deglazed this, we're gonna add our little bit of Worcestershire sauce to give it some more body. Also you're not gonna find that in grandma's, abuela's cupboard. But when you're looking for a little bit more rich flavor, those anchovies really help. I'm gonna get some more, just gonna add some water to this. This has been reduced a little bit, so it can take a little bit more water. And it's gonna be reduced a little further more than that, so. Get that nice and boiling, will be good. All right, so the next thing is just the waiting game. The rice, the basada, the chicken, gotta wait for all those things to start. Gonna bring this to a little bit of a boil and then turn it on low. See you guys in a little bit. And we're back. We got our stuff for our basada right out the oven. I'm going to take this out. It's nice and warm. We're going to strain it. Get all those flavors into our rice. Nothing better than a well-seasoned rice dish. We're gonna obviously plug it in, turn it on, and as we know, put the cloth over it. We got this guy nice and reduced, very flavorful. This is going to be the base for everything. All right, now let's still a tad bit warm. This is one of the things that would not be typical in a traditional arroz con pollo, making a basada. But when we have so many extra peppers lying around, it's good to use all those ribs and skins and extract some more flavor from it. A little bit of tomato paste. And a little bit of veggie oil. Throw it in the master of mixing, the Vitamix, not a sponsor. And we're gonna get that nice and smooth. Throw this guy in here. Oh yeah, that's something that we want in our mouths right now. Give it a nice little creamy texture. Alright. I'm gonna pour this in here. Let it get to know all the other sauces. Mellow it out a little bit. And as Guga would say, I know it doesn't look very good right now, but just give it a few more minutes and we'll get there. We got the rice going, chicken's still browning, looks good. Turn it off, keep it in there for a second. All right. So after this is done, we're gonna add the rice. Once we add the rice, then we're on our home stretch. We're gonna build up that crust. The Spanish would call it succulent, usually in a paella. We call it la raspa. Nice crispy bottom part. We'll add the red onion and the bell pepper. Add the chicken, and we'll have nacho abuelas arroz con pollo for all my aceres. All right, be back in a little bit. All right, and we're back with the final stretch. We have this basada and stock mixture reduced. Just gonna be a little bit longer on that. We're gonna give some nice big slices of onion. The rice cooker just popped, so we will be good. If we were fancy, we would have the Zoji Roshi cooker. We're gonna throw these onions in. And we're gonna throw all of our peppers in. Give it a nice little mix. Yes, this is gonna be tasty, guys. Now the main thing in this dish is gonna be the yellow rice. It's always called chicken and yellow rice for a reason. It's what differentiates it from, if you go to a Mexican restaurant and it's Arroz Con Pollo, it's always just gonna be grilled chicken and the tomato rice. All right, we got. And then the other thing is everything gets mixed together in Arroz Con Pollo at the end. Nice and hot, nice and steamy rice. All right, and we want all those crispy bits at the bottom. Stir this all together. All right. I'm gonna get all those little bits to soften. And we're gonna throw in our chicken. Wait. Oh, well, 5-second rule today. All right, we got our chicken all nice and cooked. And I mean, this pan is still at 500 degrees, so it's still piping hot. And we'll close that in there. All right. Then the only other thing for our arroz con pollo is going to be the can of beer, and you betcha, we're in Iowa, so it's going to be Busch Light. Just throw that on top. Recycle when able. All right. Turn it to low. Let it all absorb each other. Now we're just trying to build the crust. Get that raspa nice and built up, and we will see you back here. All right, and we're just about on the home stretch. Gonna plate it up. It's not super dry, but it has absorbed probably about 95-98% of all the liquid. Everything is nice and cooked, but not soggy. Give us some nice textures. And this is definitely what makes a dish right here, is the love and the consideration that we do for it. It's not the traditional arroz con pollo. We can do that in another video, but it is the tastier, and I like it more. It takes a little bit more time, but you're not wasting anything. You're always using all the scraps, the ribs, the skin, the stems of the peppers, the garlic, the onions, and yeah, it's gonna be your own adventure, but just Yeah, it's delicious. And please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see on Cuban cooking with Lost Cuban. Appreciate it.